this box is the Dungeons & Dragons LEGO Collectible Minifigure Series, and I am so excited for it. So let's open it up. Okay, you guys, here they are. Oh, just by the cover art alone, I am so excited for this series. Oh man, these look so good. Like, I could seriously just stare at this cover art for like an hour just looking at all the Easter eggs here. So, there are 12 minifigures to collect in this series. All of them are famous Dungeons & Dragons characters, races, or classes. Now, of course, one of the first things we're gonna notice is that this D&D Collectible Series minifig continues with the cardboard boxes, which I think we all expected at this point. But if you didn't know, there are several apps that you can use to actually scan not this bigger barcode, but this smaller barcode, and it will tell you what is inside. This is a feature that LEGO intentionally added to these after they saw the problem with the first boxes that were just being ripped open in the stores. Now, this is not a product placement, but the one I like to use personally is called minifig scan. This is what it looks like. You can get it on Apple and Android. I know that we want to get all 12 and you might want to avoid duplicates. I get it. Use the scanner, don't rip open boxes. That ruins it for everyone. So unfortunately, per LEGO rules, I'm not actually allowed to open these boxes up yet, but we are going to take a very good look at the box cover art now that we officially can see it. A lot of these have been rumored for a while, and if you follow the LEGO rumor mill, you probably already knew what characters were coming, but it's awesome to finally see them in physical form. Based on the rumors and what I know about D&D on these characters, we can make a few assumptions. We've got a few standout characters like the Lady of Pain, we've got Tasha the Witch, Zas Tam, and of course the legendary Strahd. Then we get some classic D&D races and monsters. We've got a Mind Flayer, we've got an Aarakocra, we've got a Gold Dragonborn, and we've got a Tiefling. And then we've got some other characters that we can make some good guesses about. I'm guessing this is a dwarf, looks like a dwarf barbarian. It looks like over here we've got either halfling or elves. This one's carrying a lute, so that's gotta be a bard. This one definitely looks like a druid, it's got a little bird. And this guy I'm thinking is a Githyanki. These characters look like they're coming with great designs. It's gonna be awesome to be able to use all these different characters in your different campaigns. And let's point something out that was true for the D&D set as well that I'm so glad they continued here. If you look at the pictures on the sides, you can see that these characters' hands are actually colored to match their outfit and not colored to match their skin tone, which means that all of the characters' heads can be swapped out. So here we've got this tiefling sorcerer. If you wanted to have a sorcerer who was a different race, maybe like a dwarf sorcerer, you can just swap out the head and not have to worry about the hands not matching anymore. We can see the same is true over here with this bard. Got the hands that match the scarf, not matching the skin tone, which means you're gonna have tons of customization options to make whatever character of whatever class and species, whatever you like. It's gonna be really, really fun adding these into our D&D play sessions. But also while we're on this side, let's take a look at how amazing this Mind Flayer mold looks with the Intellect Devourer companion that he's gonna get. I am so stoked for these. Now, we can't be sure just based on this box art because unfortunately the faces that we see on this picture are the same faces that we see on the side box art and they're the same faces that we see on the actual box itself. But I think it's safe to assume, since they did the same thing on the D&D set, that the faces of most of these characters will be reversible to have a male side and a female side, so you can swap not only between your character's class and species, but also between genders. So there we go. That is our first look at the Dungeons & Dragons Collectible Minifigure Series from LEGO. Be sure you're following for part 2, in which we will actually get to open these things up and see the physical minifigs. See you then.